Hello, welcome. We've sort of sorted out the audio problems this time, so we're hoping everything's all right. So I'm going to ask this again. But how did you? Hello, everyone. By the way, I'm the Nexus. Mark's down there with Trevor from Handy Collectibles. So how did you get started with sort of collecting and Partwork?
I think how it all started, I think I was in my mid-20s and I started, I think Model Zone was open back then. So do you remember Model Zone?
Yes.
Yeah. So Model Zone was open. I remember passing Model Zone and I remember I think the first ever 1/8 scale car I ever bought was the American Graffiti Yellow Coupe. Have you ever seen the film American Graffiti?
Yes.
Yeah, so George Lucas's, one of his early
first film.
Yeah.
First film, yeah.
So that was the one that stemmed it. So I bought every car I could find off from that film, and then it stemmed into movie cars, and it just snowballed. I think before I knew it, I think I had about 100 1/8 scale cars.
Yeah,
that were just building up.
It does
that was what. Yeah. That was what
it can just snowball. Yeah, it can just snowball. It's it's dangerous. All this collective business is quite dangerous. Yeah, especially when you
that point, me and my brother we were both collecting at the same time. My brother's a bit younger than me, and we used to travel all the way to Holborn in London for their Model Zone, and we used to clear them out of any American cars that they had at that time, because they used to call me and my brother the American boys are here, because we used to buy anything they had that was an American 1/8 scale car. It was coming back, train bags of cars.
Oh geez, yeah. I was going to say, did you get on the train on the way back? So that would have been a bit of a journey.
Yeah. Back then, I lived in Dagenham, so from Holborn back to Dagenham.
Yeah, with all these bags. We should have a good trip to London.
That's it.
So, what got you into? How did you get into Partworks in general? Did you see someone with video? You see it in the shop? Did you sort of?
I think because of where I work, so I work in retail, and I remember walking out of work one morning, and on the newsstand at the front there was a pack with the first part of the Dodge Charger.
Yes.
And it was I think it was $199. I was like, oh, Dom's Dodge. I like Fast and Furious. I'm a big Fast and Furious fan. I was like, I picked it up, I looked at it, and I was like, I'll buy it. It's only cheap. If I don't do it, I don't do it. And then obviously I then went on the website and then subscribed to the build. I was a bit apprehensive because obviously it's 2 years.
Yes, yeah.
It's 4 issues in 2 years. I was like, that's a long time to be building something.
A long, yeah.
But yeah, I did it. It went really quick. 2 years.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It doesn't seem as long, if you know what I mean. So you're like, a lot of these builds are like, they're 2 years, 2 years plus, but it doesn't seem that long.
Yeah.
And the parts that you get seem to be quite reasonable.
Yeah, it was a really good entry car. Like, there's not a lot of wiring, there's not a lot of lights. To go from that, and then the next one I bought was the Skyline, which is then the opposite end.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, if you bought the Charger, that's a good starter model.
Yeah.
And then I think the Skyline is like you were saying, it's the opposite of the extreme because you've got more lights, more everything on it. So did you go on? Did you find YouTube that way? Or was YouTube part of it already, or what?
I think there was one part I couldn't get to work on the Charger, and I thought, I'll just have a look on YouTube. And then it snowballed. I then picked up you guys, Wayne, Will.
Yeah.
I was like, well, there's loads of guys out there building this stuff.
Yeah.
And then obviously when I was building the Charger, I was using a lot of you guys as reference when I built my own, because then I didn't have my own channel. I was just building it as and when I wanted around. Obviously, I've got kids, so I was building it around when the kids are going to sleep. Then I'd get it out on the table, put it together, put it away for another 4 weeks. Until the next issues arrived.
Yeah, that's what we're here for, really. That's all our channels here, so you can get a grip of what's going on. And like you were saying as well, you didn't really have a YouTube channel back then, and it's sort of, you see us guys doing it, and you go, I can do that, and bang, you're done.
Yeah.
And then it's like, so you said, and I know, obviously, I noticed you collect a lot of other stuff, Hot Toys as well. We spoke sort of about that, but the audio was quite, because we've done a big deep dive into Hot Toys, because I used to collect them sort of religiously. I've collected, like I've talked about it before on my channel. I've collected loads of stuff over the years, and Hot Toys was quite a big collection for me at one point. And then I sort of stopped after Age of Ultron. It just got a bit silly after that, because there were just so many characters on pre-order and so many new characters being announced before. And we spoke about this before, didn't we? That a lot of people, like in the community, get very wound up with like orders not coming, stuff delays. And I said to you, I said I said at the time, I said, no one's ever collected Hot Toys before, because if you have, you understand. That's why I don't get too upset about it, because it's like we were saying, I think that what's the standard Hot Toys, that 18 months now?
Easy.
Easy 18 months. From pre-order. So I just want to make that point and say that if you imagine saying on pre-order, so say the Charger, the Skyline or whatever came out on pre-order, so you could pre-order it, you could buy it. Say if you put all the money down on it, or you just pre-ordered it and then paid the money off when it was released, and then waiting 18 months, because that's what you wait for a Hot Toy now. So you can actually buy it full, or you can put a deposit down and then you wait. And it's like, it can be longer than 18 months, but it's about 18 months now. But back in the day, back in the day, it was Sometimes, like I say, sometimes the pre-orders would come through, and I'm like, did I order that? It got to that point where I was like, I couldn't remember what I'd pre-ordered, because it had taken such a long time for stuff to come out. But I'm more sympathetic to the delays and to like the stoppages that we're having through Partworks, because I already done all that years ago. I've been through that with the Hot Toys. I see your video that you did on your cabinet. You got some really good ones. You got one of those. You got one of those Holy Grail. You got the Mark 1 one there as well. And I know that was like proper. That's one of the ones that a lot of people like to get. That one, and Ironmonger as well, is another one they did.
Yeah, I didn't bother with Ironmonger because it was riddled with so many issues. Because it was such a big figure, it was so heavy. The joints used to crack because it was plastic joints back then, so it wasn't die cast.
Yeah,
but it used to break a lot. I knew two other collectors that had it, and both of theirs broke. Like they were armless because the arms used to just snap, and after time, they just decay because of the weight of it. Which is a shame. Yeah, because it's a nice figure.
It is, because that's like a lot of the older stuff. And we were talking about this before as well. I wanted R2 Ed 209. That's what I wanted. But it had so many problems with the dome crack, and they never re-released it, and Hot Toys as well. This is another thing as well. Like we'll come on to replacement parts and stuff like that for our builds. Hot Toys never came up with a solution or replacement for the cracked domes. It's the same with the leather. So you spend £200 or £300 on say Darth Vader or we were talking about Deadpool as well. Yeah. And then after a couple of months or a year or two, it starts peeling. All the leather comes off it. Yeah. And I had that. Yeah, go on.
It's all to do with that artificial leather. It's called pleather, they call it. So
that's
early
right,
Hot Toys were all at that pleather. Now, because they're being pushed by other companies, they're being pushed by companies like InArt, JD Studios, to go into just leather. So now, like the latest Darth Vader is a leather outfit. It's full leather. So you shouldn't have them problems. Now they've realised, like the latest Terminator, the new DX Battle Damage Terminator, that's a leather outfit as well. Because they've realised that if you're paying £200-300 for a figure, in 6 months, you don't want to have to be then sourcing another one on the secondary market because you want a replacement suit.
Yes. Yeah, I did. Years and years ago when I started collecting, randomly picking up a lot of these figures. One of them was the Arnie T800. You know, the one where it comes with the changeable heads where, you know, half his face is gone and you can take his arm off as well. He does come with the leather jacket, and the leather jacket did near enough disintegrate effectively. I had to take it off, and I had him on he had a grey like tank top, grey tank top underneath, and I left him like that. But yeah, I know it's a big problem within the community. It was at one point. I know it was huge, and we were saying before that we both wanted a Deadpool figure. Yeah. But because the last two that came out were sort of prone to the pleather issue, me and you both went, nah, it's not. You know,
you become.
I don't want to put like you're saying. Don't want to put that money. Yeah. Once you don't want to put down all that money and then. Well, this is it. Yes, it's. I mean, I've got it here, Mysterio, and he's not got that problem because he doesn't have a lot of that sort of clever stuff on him. But like you're saying, they're being pushed now to up their game a little bit, and you know they should really. I mean, like you're saying, you're paying £300 for a figure. You don't want it to like disintegrate within a couple of years because they just Yeah,
I mean, any of these, like one's just here. So Luke in the cabinet just here. There's Luke in there, and there's Obi-Wan. Both of their boots are pleather boots. So if you put them under a lot of stress or a lot of movement, they crack. Where it just cracks. So you just got to be careful. Yeah. And because I'm aware of that, I'm aware of how I posed him. Yeah. So they're very flat. I won't put no strain on the boots.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that they're
because it takes a bit away from it then.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, because it's a bit heartbreaking as well because you paid for it, we put it in, and then you find that's happened to it. You kind of go, man, that's like you're saying. Then you sort of try and either cut your losses or try and source the replacement bit that's gone.
Yeah, which everyone's trying.
And sort of going back to the Hot Toys to the sort of Partworks is that unlike if that happened in Partworks, they would offer you a replacement part. Yeah. But Hot Toys, they're like, nah, you know, they don't offer that sort of service.
Well, once you have it, that's it. It's yours.
Yeah,
and that's their part done.
I did get the Quantum Mechanics, the QMX Captain Picard Next Generation Picard, and it had the first head I got out of the box. The shirt, the red shirt, stained the neck purple.
Yeah.
And I was because we got the first batch, because then they stopped the second to sort out that problem. They actually sent everyone a replacement head. So I was lucky enough to get a replacement head. But yeah, the dye during transit or whatever, it came off and he had looked like a bruise right around his neck. Yeah. But it was all the dye that had come off. And like you're saying, you're paying $200 plus for these figures, and you kind of go, yeah.
Early Hot Toys were like that. Now they ship them with a cover around the neck. Yeah. It's where they rub on the material, but it's like you're saying, it's like, you know, you pay all this money and then it comes and it's like, wow, yeah, it happens. Is there any like Hot Toys, as we're talking about? Is there any that you obviously? I know that there's some that you really wanted and missed out on. Yeah. I think we
Robo was one of them.
Yeah, the Ultron, the Ultron Prime. Yeah. I regret not buying that. When that came out, I had other stuff on pre-order, and by that point, I think I had probably maybe about 20 figures on pre-order.
Wow.
That you're waiting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not just going to add another one to it. Now I'm dwindled down. I think I only had 2 or 3 on pre-order at a time.
Yeah.
I try and do it that way, 'cause it's just.
I did have really expensive. Yeah, I did have Ultron Prime. He was quite a tall figure. He was quite a big one. Yeah. And I also had the Mark 1 Ultron as well. Yes. And that, I've got to say, that was a lot better of a figure. It looked a lot better, if you know what I mean, because he was all in bits, weren't he? It was all and it's really good. There is one that I want to get actually. It's part of that of the what was the film called? Oh yeah, Far From Home.
Yeah,
and that was the zombie Iron Man.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I want to try and get that
buy
one.
that one, but yeah, I did
That
see
looks
it. It comes
really
with like
good.
a hologram stand on it as well. If you
Yeah,
look at
it comes with like the holograms, like the smoke.
Yeah.
But it's sort of it's like a zombie. It looks
Like
really good. I thought,
yeah,
the skull's
a
coming
really
through
nice piece.
half the mask is gone, and it's. I think it's die cast because it's still an Iron Man figure. And they do a lot of the die cast. Obviously, back in the day, they didn't do a lot of that. We've got a lot of people say, you can get the obviously RoboCop you can get from Hot Toys, but they only ever released a non-die cast version.
Yes.
Now they've got a die cast one coming.
Yeah. Well, they did two non-die cast versions, which was an original film, so Peter Weller original film. And then they did one from I think it was number 3 with a jetpack.
Yeah.
So I own both of them original ones that were plastic. Then they did a die cast one that was in the chair, which is the one I regret not buying.
Yeah.
Because it was obviously sitting in his chair. It's iconic. It's an iconic figure. That was die cast, and it had some interchangeable parts like a different helmet with the eye showing, chest plate that was broken, and then off the back of that they did a plastic version with the helmet off with the Peter Weller head sculpt. And the thing is with Hot Toys, like they will always release another version. Like sooner or later they work their way down. So now the new one coming out is the unhelmeted die-cast version of Peter Weller, that's the one everyone wants.
Yes, they did a 2-pack off. I remember as well. They did Robo,
Murphy,
and they did Murphy as a cop as well. I think they did 2 versions, didn't they? Yeah. It was a 2-pack, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, it was.
Just like when my wife got the Mark 42 and Pepper Potts, that was a 2-pack, the one that my wife got as well, because they did them separate, and they also did them as like a 2-pack as well.
But you didn't get to buy Murphy as a cop on his own, though. They didn't separate them. So you either got the RoboCop that was on its own. Yeah, but the Murphy only came in the 2-pack.
Right.
There is a third party out there that does a really good Alex Murphy in his cop outfit.
Yeah, we spoke before because back in the day we did do some kit bash ones.
Yeah.
So I did like Agent Coulson and Paul Walker as well. We did, and you can make some really good sort of kit bash 1/6 scale models now. I think the head sculpts are really good as well, and you can make the human versions of certain characters really good and very, very cheap as well. I think when we did Coulson, I think it was like less. I think it was like £50 or even less than that. Yeah. Because you bought the suit and the head sculpt was the most expensive thing when we bought it.
Yeah.
I think the body was like a 12 quid or something silly like that, and then the outfit was like another like 25 quid, and it was like 30 quid for like that. It sort of built up, but it was a lot cheaper doing it that way. Have you done any kit bash stuff?
Yeah. So I've got a John Wick. So if people go over it, check my channel out. One of my really, really early videos, that was one of the first ones I did on the channel, was I did a John Wick. I couldn't get a John Wick for love nor money because it was only the original version of that, and it was only if you wanted to pay £600. I thought, I ain't paying £600 for a figure. Like, it's just bizarre money. So I just got all these parts together. I had like a So-So Toys head with interchangeable hair. I had like a World Box body. I had like a suit that was probably better than the Hot Toys suit that I'd bought from a third party. I then picked up his weapons sporadically that people had listed, and then I just created my own one, and that one's still in the collection. I still love that figure.
I suppose you're waiting for them to do more 1/6 scale builds then, Partworks. Because obviously they've been discussing doing more 1/6 scale Partworks. And even there was a 007 car recently teased from Hachette. I'm thinking that if I do that, I'm going to make a Daniel Craig one.
Yeah.
007 version, kit bash one, do it on the channel, show everyone how to do it, where to get it.
Yeah.
And that would go really well with the 1/6 scale 007 car, the Aston. So that's my plan. That's what I want to do. But if they upscaled a lot of these models, I mean, I know for a fact that people would just go nuts for them, like especially with the Hot Toys stuff as well. Because they did do the 66, didn't they? They did the figures. Hot Toys did the 66 figures, the Batman 66 figures. I remember. They did, yeah. There were plans to bring out other characters, but they only done those two. Because I remember when they were, because they do these shows, don't they, in Japan and stuff, and they showcase a lot of models, and then you go, oh, they're going to bring that out, and then they never bring them out. Because I think Hot Toys, I think they did do. Oh no, they didn't do the Joker from 66. They did the Joker from 89, I think.
Yeah, 89. Yeah. I own both of them in 89.
Yeah.
The Mime Joker and the other one, the purple suit.
Yeah, what was it? Who played that? Was it
Jack Nicholson?
That was it. Yeah. That was it. It was on the top. Yeah, no, they did that Hot Toy, but like did they ever do this car as 1/6, or was that?
No. But there's a company called Jazz Inc. Collectibles, and they own the rights now to do anything related to Batman. So they've done the Batwing, they've done the 66 Batmobile, they've done the 89 Batmobile, they've done the other one. They did Ben Affleck's one as well.
Yes,
in the latest film.
Yeah,
they did that, and they're massive. They're huge.
Yeah, I kind of look at like Fan Home, and they've done like the 66, and they're doing 89. And I'm thinking they've only really scratched the surface because every Batman has had their own car.
Yeah.
So the amount of cars that they could do is they could carry on that line for ages. I think Fan Home, like with the amount of cars they did.
Yeah, they're moving to 1/6. Yes, there's a lot of 1/6 collectors that will buy Fan Home for that.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a game changer when they've started moving into the 1/6. It's a sort of game changer. They've done I say Fan Home, D'Agostini. They did the Mustang,
isn't it? Yeah,
and that done really well. And obviously, if you saw the video that we were chatting about. We put it in a link last couple of weeks ago when they were at New York Comic Con. They were hinting that they were going to do more 1/6 stuff for the movie cars as well.
Yeah.
And like I said, that's an absolute game changer because if they did that, that moves them into like the 1/6 scale realm with the Hot Toys and all
the a die-cast 1/6 DeLorean. People would love.
Yeah, because all their cars that they've done have all been plastic.
Yeah.
And that's including the Tumbler because they did. Hot Toys went for a stage of doing a lot of vehicles. I remember they did like the DeLorean, they did the Tumbler, they did the camo Tumbler as well.
Tumbler, yeah.
Because they did both versions of them as well. They also did the Bat Pod, the Bat Bike. They did the Bat Bike because I think they've done that separate, and they done that with Catwoman as well. I think they did that with on top.
Yeah.
They also did the Tron bike as well. So they've done lots of vehicles, and then they sort of stopped them, didn't they? They sort of, I don't know whether they just didn't sell very well or whether they just thought no.
I think that's it. I think because when you're going to the size that it is, you're getting into a different market. Like there's only so many people that will go a 1/6 scale car, especially a Batmobile. There's only so many you can have out on display because it takes up so much real estate.
Yeah, this is another thing. I think the 1/8 scale is at that sort of middle scale. But
it's like
we were saying, 1/6 is going to take them into another direction with more people wanting it. But also, it comes with more space. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't really realise it's just two numbers, but actually, those two numbers signifies quite a lot in size. A mega amount different in size. Like I don't think people quite realise like the difference between 1.6 and 1.8 when they like when we say it, it's different seeing it because then you're like, oh wow, this is like massive. This is oversized. And like you're saying, you need the space, like the real estate, to actually display it.
Even for me, when I built the charger, I wasn't prepared at how heavy that is. It's extremely heavy. Like if you're talking about a 1.6 die-cast car, it's getting them in the cabinet and getting a cabinet that's going to hold 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, this is what I mean. What you're saying, just the one, you go, oh, I've got to get all of them.
Try having a 1/8 scale Ecto 1.
The
Ecto kilograms.
The Ecto one is the Is that the heaviest one they've done, Mark?
Yes.
So the 1/8 scale Ecto one is the heaviest car that's out at the moment. I mean, there was talk that maybe this one might be the 66 might be heavier, but I don't think it is. But we haven't done the 89 yet, and the 89 is roughly the same size.
Because it's a long car, the 89.
Yeah, it's a really long car as well. It's a really long car.
Yeah. I mean,
are you going to be building that?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Have you decided where it's going to build, like sit, or are you waiting until it's built and then you'll find somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, I had 4 details that I've got here, but I've swapped 2 of the details out because of the 1/8 scale cars. So eventually, I think this will become all 1/8. Yeah. So the figures will disappear, and it will just be Partworks in the centre.
Where are you going to stick the figures?
I don't know yet. That's a problem for another day.
We'll sort that out later on.
That's exactly my mantra of picking a new Partwork.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Don't worry about it. Pick it.
I've got 2 years to not worry about that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly.
The good thing about it is I was unprepared when I did the charger, and then when I did the Skyline, I didn't realise it was going to be 6 issues. And I was like, I've got 6 coming every 4 weeks. It's only going to be a year. Yeah. Well, it was only meant to be a year.
Yeah. But it's like you were saying, Mark. You sort of you find out about it after. You've got 2 years to sort of display it or find out where it's going to go. Wait until it's done. So I know where certain things are going to go. But I like. I have built stuff when I've gone. I don't know. Like Robo here, it's like I've sort of got here at like Fan Home sent it to me. And I'll find somewhere for him because he's such a cool figure. Yeah. So, is there anything you've got? Is there anything that's like caught your eye and you're going to get that next, or you wanting to get it?
There's the Robocops. My brother's building the Robocop, so I know how good it is.
Right. Okay.
So that was one. And is it Agora that do the James Bond car?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So Agora, the one with the miniguns in the lights. The later one. Yeah, that yes. I really want to do that. But if Fan Home just keep dropping stuff like they are, they're just delaying me doing anything else.
That's the problem. It's sort of like you've got the funds and then all this stuff drops and you're like, oh, I want to get that. And then you start building it and then they bring something else out. You're like, man, I want to build. Oh, I should have built that. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, when I was looking at their stuff upcoming, I'm not too worried about the Lamborghini. Like, it's a nice model, but I'm not worried about it. But the Mark 85 Iron Man, that's quite a nice piece. That's quite a nice set to have somewhere. Yeah,
we were talking before about that big. Iron Spider as well, weren't we? We were talking about that one. Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I didn't get the Iron Spider is because I had the 1.6 version, and I was like,
I was going to say I do prefer the 1.6 version. Obviously, I like stuff. The bigger stuff is quite good, but certain stuff, like talking about Hot Toys again, they really love their Spider-Man. Yeah, they always do a Spider-Man. They went through a phase of doing a bit like Iron Man. Really, they went through a phase of doing sort of every Spider-Man because they done them from the Spider-Man game as well.
They did. Yeah.
From the PS4 game,
13 figures I think came out.
Because in the game, obviously, you can change his outfit. And Hot Toys did every outfit that you could unlock in the game. Yeah, they went a bit. a bit crazy. They have done that with certain things. They sort of latch on to stuff, don't they? I suppose it's like with most companies, they sort of latch on
a niche in the market,
and they just sort of go, like the Iron Man. We were talking about that before, like how many Iron Mans they've done.
Yeah.
I think Hot Toys is like, if you look at like the figure that they've done the most, it is Iron Man. They've just completely. I think you could get every Iron Man that they've that's ever been on screen. They've done, plus ones that haven't, because they've done some artist ones, didn't they? As well, they did a comic book style one. They did one, if I remember rightly, that was sort of like a case. It was like in a translucent plastic.
With
the suit underneath.
Hologram Iron Man, I think that one's called. They've got some new ones coming out now called Fractured Armor. So the armor's all angulated.
Right. Okay.
Painted differently. The white one and a red and yellow one. And they're really nice pieces. They're die cast and all. Yeah,
some of these suits that they've done are really nice. I like the Star Boost one, which was the all white. My brother's got that one. My brother's also got the Peacemaker, which is all art, which is orange, bright orange. That's a really nice one as well. Because once again, in Iron Man 3, they had, like 30 Iron Man.
What
was it? What was it? The House Party Protocol, I think it was called.
House Party Protocol.
Yeah, and they did. Once again, Hot Toys did every single version that there was.
Red
even
Snapper,
ones that
Silver Centurion.
Igor, they did them all. Even ones that only appeared in the background, like for like 30 seconds. Hot Toys brought out there. They did Tank. They did loads of them. And they all got their own little armor bits. Yeah, they also brought out, which I thought was quite cool, which was the little storage cases for them. What were they, like little alcoves, weren't they? Lit up.
I got one of them. You
can buy all the alcoves, and they can all connect, and I think they all connect. You can run it off one lead, and they all connect up. You can have all your Iron Man in it. You can stack them as well. But
I've got one.
I remember
one is big enough. Like if you had half a dozen together, this is a big space.
Yeah, when you see a lot of these,
do so much of that.
Yeah, well, when you see a lot of these people in like Japan and China and stuff like that have got like these big collections, and they've got like these rooms where it's just full of Hot Toys, I'm like, wow. There's like, I've seen one guy on there, and he's got his room, and he's got so many and I'm like, man, there must be like £1 million worth of Hot Toy real estate there. It's like, wow. And they go like absolutely crazy for it over there.
Oh, they love, it's a massive market for them there.
Yeah, they love their models as well. They do loads of Partworks over there that we never get over here, and lots of people want them, don't they, Mark? Like the Tracy Island was one that they did.
I wasn't even aware of that till you guys mentioned it. I was like,
they did that, and they're doing a Godzilla one as well. They've done an aircraft carrier. They've done all these Partworks that have never come out over here. And it's like, man, they get some really good ones. They got a load of the old Japanese cars as well, like the Nissans and stuff like that. Yeah, they do a lot of the like tuner car Nissan ones and stuff. They do a load of them. Toyota as well, do a load of Toyota cars. But there's loads of stuff. If you check it out, the stuff that they do compared to what we get here, you're like, why don't they sell it over here? It's I
think it's obviously it's growing massively, Fan Home at the moment. I think when I bought the Charger, it was limited the amount they had. They had like the Charger, I think it was the Millennium Falcon. There was only a couple. But you click on Fan Home now, the list is massive. Yeah, well, Fan Home wasn't. It was but when Eagle Moss was about, and obviously Eagle Moss collapsed. Fan Home had only been when Eagle Moss collapsed. I think Fan Home was only around for like a year. It was a really new. It wasn't a new company because it's part of the Agostini that had been going for years, but it was like a new offshoot, weren't it, Mark?
Yeah.
And it had only been going for like 9 or 12 months before Eagle Moss collapsed. Good job it did, really, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to fit finish our Enterprise D and the DeLoreans and everything else that was sort of stopped. So it was a good thing it did come along when it did. But yeah, I mean, we remember it from the start, don't we, Mark?
Yeah.
And I think their first model was Iron Man, wasn't it? Iron Man.
Iron Man and Knight Rider.
Yeah, were their very first.
And they did the collections, didn't they? So they did the Star Wars books.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
They did the Star Wars busts.
Yep, and they'd done the ships as well, didn't they?
Yes, and then they did them other sort of gaming collectibles, the fighting ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Street Fighter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen some of them knocking about.
Yeah, they did the Street Fighter figure collection as well. But that was all very like in the early days, and now, like you're saying, they've just like since. Well, for the past 5 years, because they've been going around for about 5 years now, probably a bit longer than that, actually, probably about 6 years. It's exploded, like you're saying. You know, when you first went on there was like 4 or 5 models, and now there's 16 models. It's a bit like, whoa, okay. Yeah. And there's so much choice out there, but we've spoke about this before, haven't we, Mark? It's still Partworks is still a niche, because you're still getting people coming in and going, I didn't know about this.
Mm.
No, it's not as mainstream as sort of like Airfix is, or that sort of stuff.
The thing about it is with Partworks is when you start Partwork, you get so many comments of, oh, that's going to be way too expensive. Why are you wasting your money? And then when you're finishing the Partwork, everybody's going, oh, we should have started that now. We should have done it. It's like, can't win. But every single Partwork I start, I'll have somebody turn around to me and say that it's a waste of money. Why are you spending your money on that? Well, my money.
Yeah. Well, we spoke about this before. So I don't smoke, and I obviously I go out quite a bit, but I sort of see the Partworks as my sort of hobby.
Mm.
And and we were talking about this before, weren't we? You know, where people spend £5 every day on a coffee, I don't drink coffee. You know, where people are spending £20 a week on cigarette, I don't smoke. So that money, where they're spending that, I'm actually saving to do my models. So that's where that money goes, and that's how I
think about stuff. Is because when I started the Titanic community is huge. It's humongous, and everybody was commenting, "Why are you doing that? There are other models out there," and da da da. So eventually I went and bought the same scale as a plastic model kit, just so I can more or less say, well, I'm also building that one also. So
the Trump one, weren't it?
Yes. So people say, oh, why don't you buy, we could get another one of that, half the price and da-da-da. And so that's why I'm building that one also. So, yeah.
A lot of people actually say that, and funny enough, about Hot Toys. So when you're building certain models, like the DeLorean, I remember when I first built the DeLorean, and one comment was, "Why didn't you buy the Hot Toys version? It's bigger and cheaper." And I was like, "Well, this one is die cast for starters, and it has much more detail, and it's got more bells and whistles than the Hot Toys one." And you know what I mean? That's how But then again, it's my money. I don't have to justify it. But yeah, you do get that a lot with the build. But yeah, Hot Toys. I say Partworks it's still very niche, like you say, Mark, isn't it? Like yourself, you didn't know anything about it. You saw it in the newsagents.
Yeah.
And then when you started it, you sort of fell down the YouTube rabbit hole. And found lots of people doing it.
When I first started, I didn't have a room like this. I was literally sitting on my sofa building things. That's it.
Yeah, when I first started, if you look on my channel, you look at the very first videos I did. It was on a little tiny desk filming. I think it was like an iPhone 6 or something like that. It was, and that's what I was filming it on. So I was holding it and using my other hand to do stuff. And I've sort of, I went big and then went small again. So I did get a big like computer set up and rig and all this sort of stuff. And then I was like, well, I could actually make this smaller. So I made it a lot smaller. than what I used to have. So I don't have as much stuff going on now, and I can still do the same quality stuff with little. So, but yeah, then I moved into here. Like it's like Mark was saying, he never had a room like that when he started, and I never. It was in a little desk that I used for work in the corner of the bedroom, and then it's grown into this sort of place. So yeah, that's where it comes down to. It's sort of if anyone wants to check out your channel, you can scan the QR code that's on screen, and everyone can go over and check it out and stuff. But I tell you, I love talking to you. It's been great having you on. It has come to time. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll have to have on you again.
Definitely.
Definitely when you're doing other stuff and that, and you just want to come and have a chat and let us know what's going on. But we'll have to do it again, definitely. Thanks for coming on to that, Trevor. It's been a pleasure. Everyone check out his channel, support him. He's a great guy. He does great content. He's got great models there in the background. You'll almost find something that you like there on his channel.
Yeah.
But we're going to leave it there. Yeah, definitely. It's the same with me as well. I just pick up a camera and start recording. If I like it, I like it. That's it. But yeah, that is it from us here at the Partwork Podcast. Thank you to Mark for working his magic, because we had some technical difficulties. We got there in the end, and we know what the problem is. So hopefully we don't have that problem again. Obviously, thank you to my guest Trevor coming along and chatting to us and everything else. And obviously, I've been Kev. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at the next time. But until then, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
See you later.